A thread by Soul War. All eyes to Giuliani. As the evidence mounts, the smears of him and gaslighting of us intensifies. Rudy is wrecking their narrative. He knows exactly how to present a damning, evidence backed case. Smokin' Joe Frazier votes from the grave. When Giuliani, because of corruption in the US Embassy in Ukraine, had to actually go to Ukraine to review evidence the Democrats were desperate to bury, and the mainstream media launched innumerable smear pieces on Giuliani. Billions in United States aid stolen with no questions asked by the mainstream media. Giuliani brings that evidence back and hands over to AG Barr for review. Then, over 3 weeks ago, Huntergate breaks as Giuliani lays out devastating examples of corruption. The mainstream media lampoons him as a dirty old man. We have evidence, they have gags and endless innuendo. The mainstream media censored and gaslit like mad, trying to kill that scandal to no avail, proving once again that coupled with the internet, the Streisand effect is a thing of beauty to behold. Now comes the night of the long numbers, and as one of President Trump's best lawyers, Giuliani is on the attack. So, the mainstream media launch Operation Get Giuliani 3.0. Laughable. Remember how President Trump's photo op in from the St. John's Church made the Democrats lose their shit? They railed about it months later to AG Barr as they reclaimed their time. Giuliani just topped that. Witness as the heretic Rudy Giuliani blasphemes by claiming the press do not call elections. Gasp! He's completely accurate. They don't. Here's an example of how the mainstream media covered him, correcting their misunderstanding about how the US government works. They lost their minds. How's that for breaking their false narrative? Watch what Giuliani does here. Nam Nguyen tweets, Rudy Giuliani tells it like it is. Networks don't call elections. Courts do. See his contempt for what the media is doing. Now, imagine President Trump's. He and Trump are laughing at their belief in their power. Giuliani and Trump know the process, and they know the law. So they smarmily lampoon Giuliani as some old fart having a panic attack when he learns of Biden's coronation by the mainstream media. This is the man who ended the power of the mob in New York City. He's been on their shit list ever since he proved New York City was governable. He's building a case. He's about to prove things they thought would never come into the light. He's going to peel back the layers and broaden the scope of this systemic, good word, thanks, commies, corruption to such a degree that CISA Gov, CISA, will be looking at numerous past elections, like the 2018 midterms and former President Obama's second election video, victory. Maybe telling Joe about their second to none vote fraud organization was kind of suboptimal. You whack jobs can finesse your reality all the ding dong day. I don't live here. Every legal vote, Joe Biden, we've put together the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. Neither does Trump. He's one hell of a showman, but where the metal meets the meat, he's all business. Dominion, hammer, scorecard. Ted Cruz says it's fortunate someone caught it. What I'm realizing is that someone got caught doing this: minus 16,589 plus 16,589, minus 19,958 plus 19,958. Hashtag vote switching. As the evidence mounts to beyond damning, you will realize to your great frustration that most of the left won't care one iota. No level of evidence would suffice or matter. Of the 40% of voters who currently back Biden, the rest were faked, 20% are not recoverable. Write them off. Let the mainstream media and big tech win the PR war. They really, really, really want to win that one and are invested heavily to do it. Fighting them on their ground is secondary. Network with fellow patriots and record everything as this psyop gaslights the living fuck out of all of us. President Trump, A.G. Barr, and Giuliani are intent on winning the coming court battles. Their cases will be devastating. Watch the mainstream media in the next 2 weeks as they spin all of this emerging evidence as of no consequence. The shrillness in their tone will begin to grow as they doubt and fear they were trying to inculcate in you begins to grow within them. The forces of chaos they work for use fear and doubt as hammers to beat you down, to shame you into accepting their narratives. Be fearless and don't allow them to shame you without cause. If your cause is righteous, enter into the good fight without fear. Don't let their darkness touch you. Spread your light. Rise and shine so brightly you join the stars. Be worthy of God's grace and the sacrifices made that got us here. Then you'll have won your soul war. To donate any amount to Brent Cates, go to paypal.me/Brent Cates. Also check out the Americana Rising Teespring store, link in the thread.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.